So I'm not dead. Maybe. I don't usually make New Year's resolutions. Ever since I was a kid, I always refused to set goals. I never set goals because I was scared of the disappointment that would follow if I did not achieve said goal. And I guess that's a really shitty way to live. So this year, with all of you as my witness, I would like to set some goals. It's come to my attention that since leaving school 2 years ago, I've spent most of those 2 years just sort of drifting aimlessly through life. Over the past few years, I've noticed I've started to develop some really sort of unhealthy issues with anxiety, and I'm not going to go too much into it now, but it is something that affects me almost daily. This anxiety has progressively gotten worse, and I feel like it's one of the major contributors to my aimless floating through life since school finished. So this year I sort of want to at least try to make an effort to get past this anxiety-fueled, floaty, drifting thing. The first and most important thing that I want to try and do this year is to stop being an absolute doormat. I sort of let people walk all over me and run to their every beck and call so that they won't leave me, so that I don't have to be alone. And it's taken me the 2 years since leaving high school to realise just how badly that has impacted me. So this year I'm walking away from some people who've treated me like a doormat. People who expect me to stick around even though they've barely lifted a finger in effort to remain friends with me. And people who've expected me to do all the chasing and organising and running around and catching up. I don't have time for people who don't have time for me. I deserve better, and I don't really want people like that in my life anymore. So that's number one. To replace said people this year, I want to stop saying no to things that might allow me to meet new people, and this includes, but is not limited to, going to parties, going out with friends, going into town on the weekends, going out for coffee with new people, etc, etc. I often run away from these things because I'm scared of what might happen, or if I might make a fool of myself, or like just endless silly things that my anxiety brain comes up with, and that's crap. It's prevented me from meeting a new friend in over 2 years, and I would like to change that. Frankly, it needs to change, or I'm going to become a lonely hermit. I want to be less lazy. Now, I'm fully aware that I am one of the most lazy people ever, and as an almost 20-year-old, I really should be doing a lot more. I need to sort of get my shit together there. I want to try to look after my skin more. You can't tell because I'm good at covering it up, but at the moment, the skin on my face looks like 1,000 tiny volcanoes came out of the ground and erupted, and I've never really tried all that hard to keep my skin looking good, so this year I really want to sit down and find some products that work for me and clear up this mess. I would like to start saving for a car, somehow. If I can get a job. Potentially get another job. I want to watch more films. I feel like I don't watch enough films. I want to upload things to this channel more regularly. I was really going well there, like weekly for a while, and life happens, but even if it's not weekly, just like a regular-ish sort of time frame would be cool. I want to learn to cook more than just 2-minute noodles. I want to be able to talk about how I feel. I want to actually be able to say how I feel without just saying I'm fine and then having small panic attacks about it later because I'm freaking out and didn't express it earlier. I want to try to use my computer less. I have permanent skin discoloration on my left thigh from where my laptop fan sits and expels heat and burns my skin for 6 hours a day, and I feel like that's really horrific. I'm addicted to the computer. And lastly, I know this is like really cliche shit and everyone always says this, but I really do want to try to be a lot healthier this year. I know the fact that I eat unhealthy food is probably contributing to a lot of my other problems, like my constant tiredness and my bad skin and a variety of other things. So I think if I can give up the pizza shapes this year and try and eat more healthy alternatives, we could be on the right track. So I hope me sharing all of this with you guys does something helpful. Leave me some of your goals or things you want to achieve this year in the comments below and we can discuss mutually. Sorry I've been so absent. I've been distracted by constant test cricket and Mitchell Johnson's moustache. Also, I really wanted to thank you guys for getting me to over 1,000 subscribers over New Year's. I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I can't believe we reached that in 6 months. I asked Twitter after my last video about my parting line and if I should continue to use it. And the general consensus was an overwhelming yes. So, stay safe, stay away from serial killers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!